Now, a lot of you struggle with sugar. A lot of you eat and consume a lot of sugar throughout the day. I completely understand, because in today's world, everything has a bit of sugar, believe it or not. So I'm going to tell you 5 things you need to do that's going to help you cut down your sugar cravings and just cut down any bad habits when it comes to fatty foods, unprocessed foods, foods that contain way too much sugar. So let's start with number 1. Number 1 is going to be ditch all the desserts. Ditch all the desserts. You don't need any desserts. And if you are, you can treat yourself at least once on a cheat day on the weekend. But every single day after you finish your meal, you don't need to have a dessert. You'll be very surprised at the amount of sugar that is in this dessert right here. Now, what I would recommend you to do is have a plate of fruits. Have a portion of fruits beside you, ready to go in the fridge. Yes, you're going to contain sugars throughout the fruits, but it's not going to be processed foods. It's going to be good sugars that you can consume from having the fruits, and you're also going to get different nutrients from eating the fruits instead of having a dessert. So try picking up some fruits instead of eating something like this. Number 2 is going to be 1 instead of 2. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about? Every day when you wake up in the morning, or even during the day when you're going to make yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, you will most likely put 2 to 3 sugars. Be honest with yourself. I used to do it myself. Now, I am completely free of sugar with my coffees. Now, what I'm gonna want you to do is, instead of putting in 3, I want you to put in 2. Instead of putting in 2, I want you to put in 1. And eventually, gradually, you'll put no sugar whatsoever. So that's going to help you with your cravings with sugar, especially when it comes to tea and coffee, with what you have nearly every single day. Number 3 is going to be change your breakfast. Let me ask you a question. For your breakfast, do you have cereal sometimes? You probably do. Now, what you don't understand is 30 grams of a small bowl of cereal probably contains 3 to 4 spoons of sugar. You're having that every single day. I know some of you probably even have it during the day as well, and you want to avoid doing that. Now, the alternative that you can have is porridge, oatmeal. You can even have whole grain bread with scrambled eggs. You want to stay away from the cereal because a lot of them contain a lot of sugar, ladies, a lot. So try having porridge, try having oatmeal, try having scrambled eggs and wholemeal grain bread. And I promise you, it will help you in the long term. Number 4 is don't buy into the sugary snacks. Now, a lot of you might have kids. I completely understand. They like their biscuits, they like their cookies, they like their chocolate. But what you need to understand is, if you are arm's reach within that cookie, within that chocolate, within those snacks, you are most likely going to go into the kitchen, open up the cupboard and eat those cookies. But if you don't have that in your house, if it's not arm reach and you're not accessible to eat any of those snacks, then it will be a lot more harder for you to snack and binge eat because you don't have it in your house. So ladies, try your best to cut down on buying the snacky foods, the junky foods, and having it in your cupboard. Take all of that out, and I want you to replace it with more fruits, with more water, with more herbal tea. Try these things instead of those snacks. The last one is going to be stop the fizzy. Yes, stop the fizzy. Stop drinking the fizzy drinks. Try your best to cut down on the juices, on the orange juice, on the pineapple juice. All of these juices and fizzy drinks, they contain way too much sugar that a lot of you probably don't even know. But try and give it to your kid and you will see your kid bouncing and jumping around because of the amount of sugar that is in just 1 cup of drink. What I want you to do is, I want you to fill your fridge up with more water. And if you feel like you're struggling to consume more water throughout the day, you can go onto Amazon, you can buy a fitness bottle and you can walk around with the bottle throughout the day. It becomes a lot more easier for you to consume the water. So try giving that a go, and I promise you, you will consume a lot more water and you will push the fizzy and the juice to the side.